Hello all, in this video I'm going to cover the AWS Solutions Architect Professional SAP-C02 Learning Path. I recently passed the AWS Solutions Architect Professional SAP-C02 exam with a score of 828, and I would like to share the experience and some key tips. To give you some background, Solution Architect Professional exam is one of the very first exams released by AWS. SAP-C02 was released on 15th of November 2022 and is the updated version of SAP-C01. Solution Architect Professional exam is more focused on your ability to design and implement optimized AWS solutions that are based on AWS well-architected framework. The key domains covered in the Solutions Architect Professional exam include designing new solutions, improving existing solutions, migration and modernization. Design solutions for organizational complexity covers designing network connectivity strategies, security controls, reliable and resilient architectures, multi-account AWS environment, cost optimization, and visibility strategies. Design for new solutions cover designing deployment strategies, ensuring business continuity, reliable, performant, cost-optimized solutions. Continuous improvement for existing solutions cover building strategies to improve operational security, performance, and cost. Accelerate workload migration and modernization covers planning and building optimal migration and modernization strategies. You can go through the exam guide mentioned in the description for more details. Professional exams are quite tough, lengthy and tiresome. Most of the questions and answer options are long and have a lot of prose. They need a lot of reading, so be sure you are prepared and manage your time well. The exam consists of 65 multiple choice, multiple response questions to be answered in 170 minutes. This gives you approximately 2.5 minutes per question. The SAP-C02 has a scaled score between 100 and 1000. The scaled score needs to pass the exam is 750. There is no negative marking, so make sure you attempt all. Professional exams currently cost $300 plus tax. You can get an additional 30 minutes if English is your second language by requesting exam accommodations. You can find the link in my blog post. AWS exams can be taken either remotely or online. I prefer to take them online as it provides a lot of flexibility. AWS does not release the results immediately now, so you need to wait about 4 to 5 days before you get your results. I prepared for the exam for about 2 months, mainly covering online course and practice tests and going through the AWS documentation. I have listed down some of the resources I used. Just choose an online course and practice test and you should be good to go. Remember, AWS certification exams are quite expensive, so be well prepared and confident before you appear for this exam. AWS Certified Solution Architect Professional exam focuses on a lot of concepts and services related to architecture, design, scalability, high availability, disaster recovery, migration, security, cost control. The exam will test you to design solutions involving multiple AWS services. I have covered some of the topics below, so be sure to go through the blog post. Also, AWS keeps on adding new services as the exam is updated. Simple Storage Service or S3 provides unlimited object storage. Understand how S3 permissions work. S3 bucket policies can be used to control access to VPC endpoints and provide cross-account access. S3 storage classes and lifecycle policies cover S3 standard, infrequent access, intelligent tier, and Glacier for archival and object transitions as well as deletions for cost management. S3 transfer acceleration can be used for fast, easy, and secure transfers of file over long distances. S3 multi-path upload can be used to help improve upload performance and resiliency. S3 can be used for static website hosting and integrates well with CloudFront to improve performance, latency, and provide a cost-effective solution. Understand S3 security. In terms of data protection, S3 supports both encryption at rest and in transit. S3 supports object lock, and Glacier supports vault lock to prevent the deletion of objects, especially required for compliance requirements. S3 Cores allows client web applications loaded in one domain access to restricted resources from another domain. S3 supports both same and cross-region replication for disaster recovery. S3 Select feature can be used to query selective data from a single object. S3 Event Notification enables notification to be triggered when certain events happen in the bucket, and it supports Simple Notification Service, Simple Queue Service, and Lambda as the destination. Elastic Block Store provides persistent block storage. EBS backups using snapshots can be used for disaster recovery. Data Lifecycle Manager can be used to automate the creation, retention, and deletion of snapshots taken to back up the EBS volumes. Remember, EBS snapshots can be copied to different regions to create instances in the new region in case of a disaster. Storage Gateway supports file gateways and volume gateways. File gateways provide a file interface into S3 and allow storing and retrieving of objects in S3 using industry standard file protocols such as NFS and SMB. Elastic File System provides fully managed, scalable, serverless, shared, cost-optimized file storage for use with AWS and on-premises resources. It supports storage classes like S3. However, it only supports Linux-based AMIs and NFS protocol. EFS supports cross-region replication for disaster recovery. AWS Transfer Family provides a secure transfer service, FTP, SFTP, FTPS, that helps transfer files into and out of AWS storage services. It also supports transferring data to and from S3 and EFS. FSx for Lustre provides managed, cost-effective service to launch and run high-performance Lustre file system. You need to understand the key use cases for using S3, EBS, EFS, and the anti-patterns. DynamoDB provides a fully managed NoSQL database service with fast and predictable performance with seamless scalability. It supports the following capacity modes. In provision mode, you configure the maximum amount of capacity in terms of reads and writes per second that an application can consume from a table or an index. On demand serves thousands of requests per second without any capacity planning. DynamoDB autoscaling can be used to handle peaks or bursts. DynamoDB streams can be used for tracking continuous changes. DynamoDB time to live or TTL can be used to expire objects automatically and cost effectively. DynamoDB global tables serve multi-master active-active inter-region storage needs. It can be great for disaster recovery with almost real-time recovery requirements and low RTO RPO. Remember, global tables do not support strong global consistency. DynamoDB Accelerator or DAX can be used for seamless caching to reduce the load on DynamoDB for read-heavy requirements. RDS provides relational databases, It supports cross-region read replicas that are ideal for disaster recovery with low RTO and RPO. Understand the difference between multi-AZ and read replicas. Multi-AZ is for high availability within the same region, and read replicas for scaling. Read replicas can be created in a different region and promoted to an independent database in case of a disaster. You can use RDS proxy for effective database connection pooling. Aurora. It provides a fully managed MySQL and PostgreSQL compatible relational database engine. Aurora Serverless provides an on-demand auto-scaling configuration. Aurora Global Database consists of one primary AWS region where the data is mastered and up to 5 read-only secondary AWS regions. Understand the key differences between DynamoDB Global Tables and Aurora Global Database. Global tables are multi-master, multi-region, while Global Database is a single master, multi-region storage solutions. You can use DocumentDB as a replacement for MongoDB and Keyspaces as a replacement for Cassandra. For cloud migration, you need to make sure you understand the difference between rehost, replatform, and rearchitect. You can go through the white paper link. Server Migration Service helps to migrate servers and applications. Database Migration Service enables quick and secure data migration with minimal to zero downtime. It supports full and change data capture (CDC) migration to support continuous replication for zero downtime migration. It also supports homogeneous migration such as Oracle to Oracle, as well as heterogeneous migrations using SCT between different database platforms. Snow Family is an ideal solution for one-time huge data transfers, usually for use cases with limited bandwidth from on-premises to AWS. You need to understand the use cases for different data transfer services. For example, VPN can be very quick to set up, but it's slow and uses the internet. Direct Connect. It can be time-consuming to set up, but it provides a private, dedicated network between on-premises and AWS and can be used for recurring transfers. Snow Family. The time required is moderate. The solution is still private and it is ideal for one-time huge data transfers. Application Discovery Service helps you plan your cloud migration by gathering information about your on-premises data centers. It supports both agent-based and agentless discovery. Agent ones can be used for Hyper-V and physical services, while agentless can be used for VMware, but it does not help track processes. AWS Migration Hub provides a central location to collect server and application inventory for assessment, planning, and tracking of migrations to AWS. It also helps accelerate application modernization following migration. Know your VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. Security groups and network ACLs. Understand the key differences between them. Network ACLs are stateless, and you need to open the ephemeral ports for the response traffic. VPC endpoints, interface or gateway, help provide private connection between VPC to supported AWS services. VPC gateway endpoints help provide access to S3 and DynamoDB, while VPC interface endpoints or private link provides access to a variety of services like SQS, Kinesis, and private APIs that are exposed through a network load balancer. VPC peering can be used to enable communication between VPCs within the same or different regions. Remember, VPC peering does not support overlapping CIDR blocks, while private link does support it. However, Private link only exposes a single endpoint. VPC flow logs can be used to track network traffic. NAT gateway provides managed NAT service that provides better availability, higher bandwidth, and requires less administrative effort. Route 53. Know the different routing policies. Focus on weighted, which can be used for canary or A/B testing, latency, and failover routing policies. Failover routing policies provide active-passive configuration for disaster recovery, while the other routing policies are mainly active-active. Route 53 resolver. Understand the endpoints. Outbound endpoint is for AWS to on-premises DNS query resolution, while inbound endpoints are for on-premises to AWS DNS query resolution. CloudFront is a fully managed, fast CDN service that speeds up the distribution of static, dynamic web or streaming content. CloudFront supports origin groups for multiple origins, providing failover capability with the primary and secondary origins. CloudFront does not support auto-scaling as an origin. It supports geo-restriction or geo-blocking. CloudFront also supports a Lambda Edge and Cloud Functions to help execute code closer to the user. Lambda Edge can be used for quick auth checks and redirect users based on the request data. Security can be enhanced by whitelisting CloudFront IPs or by adding a custom header in CloudFront, which can be verified in the load balancer. API Gateway. API Gateway supports throttling, caching, and helps define usage plans with API keys to identify clients. It provides regional and edge-optimized endpoint types. It also supports cores for cross-domain calls. It supports various authentication mechanisms such as AWS IAM policies, Lambda or custom authorizer functions, and Amazon Cognito user pools. It provides serverless architecture in combination with Lambda. Load balancer with auto-scaling provides scalable and highly available application. Understand the key differences between an ALB and an LB. Global accelerator optimizes the path to applications to keep packet loss, jitter, and latency consistently low. It helps improve the performance of applications by lowering the first byte latency. It provides 2 static IP addresses, but it does not preserve the client's IP address when working with network load balancer. Transit Gateway is a network transit hub that can be used to interconnect VPCs and on-premises networks via a direct connect or VPN. Transit Gateway is regional, and you can use Transit Gateway peering to peer the regional transit gateways. Placement groups. AWS supports 3 types of placement groups. You can use the cluster placement group with enhanced networking for high-performance computing. Spread placement group can be used for fault tolerance and high availability. Direct Connect and VPN provide on-premises to AWS connectivity. Understand the key differences between Direct Connect and VPN. While VPN can provide a cost-effective solution and a quick failover for Direct Connect, which does not provide high availability, VPN can also be used over Direct Connect to provide a secure, dedicated, encrypted connection, and it requires a public virtual interface. You can also use Direct Connect MACsec for encryption in transit now. Direct Connect Gateway is a global network device that helps establish connectivity that span VPCs spread across multiple AWS regions within a single Direct Connect connection. Know Identity and Access Management (IAM). Know the IAM roles, IAM Web Identity and Federation, and IAM best practices. AWS Shield and Shield Advanced can be used for DDoS protection, and it integrates with Route 53, CloudFront, ALB, and Global Accelerator. AWS WAF protects from common attack techniques such as SQL injection and cross-site scripting. Conditions based on IP addresses, HTTP headers, body and URI strings can also be configured. WAF integrates seamlessly with CloudFront, ALB and API Gateway. It supports web ACLs and can block traffic based on IPs, rate limits, and specific countries as well. AWS Certificate Manager can be used to support encryption in transit. It helps easily provision, manage, and deploy public and private SSL/TLS certificates. ACM is regional, and you need to request certificates in all the regions and associate them individually in all regions. Remember, ACM does not provide certificates for EC2 instances. AWS KMS or Key Management Service provides encryption at rest. It allows the creation and control of encryption keys. It supports KMS multi-region keys, which basically are KMS keys in different AWS regions that can be used interchangeably, as though having the same key in multiple regions. KMS is not global, and each multi-region key needs to be replicated and managed independently. Secrets Manager helps protect secrets needed to access application, services, and IT resources. Understand the key differences between Secrets Manager and System Manager's parameter store. While Secret Manager supports random generation and automatic rotation of the secrets, this is not supported by the parameter store. However, Secret Manager is costly as compared to the parameter store. Amazon Macie is a data security and a data privacy service that uses machine learning and pattern matching to discover and protect sensitive data in S3. AWS Security Hub can be used as a cloud security posture management service that performs security best practice checks, aggregates alerts, and enables automated remediation. Compute. Elastic Cloud Compute or EC2 provides compute in the cloud. Understand the different EC2 instance types and instance purchase types. Autoscaling provides the ability to ensure a correct number of EC2 instances are always running to handle the load of the application. It can help you scale as per the demand. Lambda offers serverless computing. Lambda running in a VPC requires NAT gateway to communicate with external public services. Lambda CPU can only be increased by increasing memory. Lambda helps define reserved concurrency limits. Reserved concurrency guarantees the maximum number of concurrent instances for the function. It can be used to limit or provide adequate instances to execute the function. Lambda aliases now support canary deployments. Lambda also supports Docker containers now. Know the Lambda best practices, especially handling the database connection code. Elastic Container Service or ECS helps container management that supports Docker containers. It supports two launch types, EC2 and Fargate. Fargate provides serverless capability. For least privilege when working with ECS, the role should be assigned to the task. Understand the disaster recovery white paper. Although it's outdated, it's still quite useful. Make sure you understand the differences and implementation of each disaster recovery type. For example, Pilot Light, Warm Standby in terms of RTO and RPO. AWS organizations. Understand the differences between service control policies and IAM policies. Service control policy provides the maximum permission that the user can have. However, the user still needs to be explicitly given permissions via the IAM policy. System Manager. System Manager and its various services like Parameter Store, Patch Manager. Parameter Store provides secure, scalable, centralized storage for configuration data and secret management. It does not support secrets rotation. Use Secret Manager instead. Session Manager provides secure, auditable instance management without the need to open inbound ports, maintain bash-in hosts, or manage your SSH keys. Patch Manager helps automate the process of patching managed instances with both security-related and other types of updates. No CloudWatch for monitoring, logging, and observability. There are multiple services that integrate with CloudWatch logs. You can also use CloudWatch subscription filters to route the logs to other AWS services. CloudTrail can be used for audit and governance. With AWS Organization, the trail can be configured to log CloudTrail from all the AWS accounts to a central AWS account. CloudFormation provides infrastructure as code. It can help handle disaster recovery by automating the infra to replicate the environment across regions. You can use stack policy to prevent stack resources from being unintentionally updated or deleted during a stack update. Remember, stack policy only applies for stack updates and not stack deletion. Stack sets help you create, update, or delete stacks across multiple accounts and regions within a single operation. Control Tower helps set up, govern, and secure a multi-account environment. Service Catalog allows organizations to create and manage catalogs of IT services that are approved for use on AWS with minimal permissions. Trusted Advisor helps with cost optimization and service limits in addition to security, performance, and fault tolerance. Compute Optimizer recommends optimal AWS resources for workloads to reduce costs and improve performance by using machine learning to analyze historical utilization metrics. AWS budgets can be used to see usage to date and current estimated charges from AWS. Cost allocation tags can be used to organize AWS resources and track the AWS costs on a detailed level. Cost Explorer helps visualize, understand, manage, and forecast the AWS costs and usage over time. Integration and management tools. You can use SQS in terms of messaging service for loose coupling and scaling. Understand the difference between FIFO and standard queue types. FIFO provides exactly once delivery while maintaining order. However, it comes with lower throughput. SQS also supports dead letter queues. Know Kinesis for real-time data ingestion and analytics. Understand the differences between Kinesis data streams and Kinesis Firehose. Kinesis Data Firehose integrates with S3, Redshift, and OpenSearch. Kinesis also supports Lambda functions for any inline data transformation. Know OpenSearch, or formerly known as Elasticsearch, as a managed search solution. Amazon TimeStream is a fast, scalable, and serverless time series database service that makes it easy to store and analyze trillions of events per day. Amazon Connect as an omni-channel cloud contact center. Amazon Pinpoint is a flexible, scalable marketing communication service that helps connect customers over email, SMS, push notification, or voice. Amazon Recognition offers pre-trained and customizable computer vision capabilities to extract information and insights from images and videos. Amazon Transcribe to voice to text conversion. I have listed some architecture and design flows as well as some white papers. Make sure you go through them as well before you attempt the exam. Make sure you relax and get some good night's sleep. If you are taking the exam online, make sure you check in early, as the online verification process takes some time. I prefer to use passport for my identification. Also, make sure you have your desk clear, no hand watches, external monitors, keep your phones away, and nobody can enter the room. Remember, you cannot take the test if you turn up over 30 minutes from the test time. And that's it from me. All the best for your exam. Thank you. Alright, that was it. Thank you for watching. You can check out my website and connect me on LinkedIn and Twitter. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. For any feedback, please leave a comment down below. To see more videos like this in the future, hit the subscribe button. Thank you.